I'll slip away. All right, so let's do it. How many birthdays we got out there? Hold your hand up. You ready? Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whoever you are. Happy birthday to you. Okay.
And then up there in the very front, what do you think, girl? Do you guys want a birthday spin? You do?
2 spins.
Let's see. You know what, ma'am? Ma'am, is that a ma'am with that hoodie over your head? You have been going down the river every 5 minutes. I look up and she's spinning her finger like I'm gonna do it on command. Oh yeah.
We paid you.
Oh yeah. You didn't pay me. Trust me. Yeah, she wants me to spin right over here and get this guy right here. Yeah, that's true love right there. All right. It will spray you a little, so prep yourself. Happy birthday out there, and you know what? I'm going to behave myself until after brunch, and then on the way home it's going to be a little warmer, and you probably like this a little better on the way back. guys, a little courtesy idle here for a little ways, and this over here on the right is the Robertson Bridge boat ramp. So we do a little idle for these guys on the way down. And the two bridges that are actually popping into view in front of us, these are the Robertson bridges. The big concrete version, really all I can tell you about that one was completed about 20 summers ago. The county spent about $10 million on that project. Folks, you really don't want my honest opinion about it, so we're going to let that part go. The old green bridge in the background, that one does have a little bit of history. It was actually one of the first bridges to ever span the Rogue River in Grants Pass. It stood right there where you got your photograph taken from 1909 right up until 1929. We got a little bit too small for our community. We brought it down here, reassembled it. Had it running by 1933. Prior to the two bridges, there used to be an old horse-drawn ferry crossing right here, getting you from Riverbanks Road on the left, back over to Robertson Bridge Road on the right-hand side. In just a minute, you're going to see a big nest going to come into view on top of the big green bridge. And I will tell you, you can see the adult Osprey poking his head up in the background up there. And they've been building here for about 15, 18 years that I know of. So I always like to kind of, this is probably my favorite part of my trip, watching these guys grow up. And the other thing you'll notice, I'm very careful on how I scurry around that nest. When those babies get over on the edge, get in too tight underneath them, they have a tendency of going to the bathroom on you. And then my gratuities go way down. So here's the cool thing, you guys. Like I said, I get to watch them show up in the spring. They'll show up in that nest. It'll be about just a shell of itself. They'll rebuild the nest. Mom and Dad will start packing sticks and brush. And they'll build that nest to what it is right now. The mom's up there sitting on the eggs right now. So I'm going to think in another 3 weeks to a month, those eggs are going to hatch. And it'll be a mystery whether we get to see 1, 2, or possibly 3 babies poke their head up over the edge. I've seen as many as 3 survive. Then once Mom and Dad get the young birds taking care of themselves, feeding on the sucker fish in the Rogue River, the 2 adults will leave and go south. And you know what the strange thing is, when they migrate south, they go to 2 separate locations and they spend the winter apart. And they show up within a week of each other, right back to the same location. Maybe that's why they mate for life. Look, you can't even look at her, can you? Full winter apart, do whatever the heck you want. wave over there. Going to be down here to help us once we come out of the canyon. So how many of you guys have been to the restaurant? 50% of you. The other 50%, this is obviously our docking facility for the Hellgate River Lodge and brunch here in about 10 to 15 minutes after we run into the canyon. So gang, a couple little things. We did build you a new restaurant for 20 years. The restaurant's been sitting up there. It's an all-log building, 5 big giant covered concrete decks. Ladies, state-of-the-art bathrooms up there. You do not have to use the gray boxes down here. You can head right on up the hill as well. So there is a walking path, or if you get a ride on a trailer, we'll get you up the hill. One smoking area only right before you go up the walking path. We're not smoking at the restaurant, anywhere near the restaurant. The walking path strictly right down here by the river. You see the wooden chairs up there as well. What do you think, guys? You want to go look the canyon over? Everybody good out there? All right, let's go take a peek. I'll get you back up here in about 10 to 15 minutes. Pretty nice this time of year, you guys, but it's not going to stay that way. When I round the corner, this little boat ramp on the right-hand side, this is by far the most popular spot for the rafters to put in and float the next 18 miles to Grave Creek. Many given weekend days, I'll round the corner, gang, and we're going to see 500 to 1,000 rafters shoving off right here in a daily period. So I always idle into the canyon in case there was another little power boat or something working its way out. You can still get up, stop, get around me one way or the other. You're looking kind of straight away. You can see all the debris that's piled up on the canyon wall in front of us. That'll give you a little bit of an idea how high the water can get in the wintertime on the Red River. The big rocky, guys, that's just in front of us, that's right in the narrow entryway. That rock is known as Sentinel Rock. The old timers would call Sentinel Rock the Eye of the Devil, mainly because the water gets so boiling and turbulent right here at the mouth of the canyon anytime river levels exceed 6 feet. Today it's currently at about 3.5 to 4 feet. Hellgate is an old Vikings term for anything with a narrow passageway. So basically how Hellgate gets its name, a little narrow passage as you drive into the canyon. All the rock in Hellgate Canyon is also known as greenstone or basalt. The little line that you see up there about 3 or 4 feet, basically our average winter water level this season. The great snowpack. And sir, in the very front left-hand corner, if you peek to the left, this little beach right here is going to be fully exposed. As soon as this water drops a little bit, it has a nickname. That one's known as Miami Beach. Right in the heart of Hellgate Canyon. Still looking left, sir? That little beach right there is known as South Miami Beach. This one you'll have a hard time believing, guys, but it's true. Kind of off to the right, way up there, you can see the guardrail up there. Below the guardrail, about 10 feet, there's a little line in the grass. Believe it or not, the 1964 flood, there was actually water in that roadway up there. Had the road shut down for a day and a half. Imagine this, 210,000 cubic feet of water per second gushing through this little gorge in the 64 flood. I would guess there's about 5,000 cubic feet today. There's also been a lot of movies filmed in Hellgate Canyon. River Wild was the most recent with Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon. A lot of that film shot right here in the canyon as well as Argo and Taylor Creek Canyons downriver. We got anybody into westerns out there? John Wayne, Katharine Hepburn, filmed in 1975. Rooster Cogburn. Great old movie to sit back and watch it. It's going to take a couple big boxes of popcorn to get through it. It's pretty darn cool. You're going to get to see all the Gatling gun scenes that were shot in the canyon. The big wooden raft that they bring through the canyon entryway that bounces off of both sides of the wall. Yeah, the navigator wasn't all that great. So this is the end of our journey, guys. We've traveled 18 miles to the bottom of the canyon. It's as far downriver as they actually allow me to operate the 60-passenger boat. If you did pick up a brochure, take a look online. We do offer a whitewater trip in a jet boat. It's a little smaller than this one, hauling no more than 30 passengers downriver another 18 miles to Grave Creek. Being a good water year, we'll probably run into July on the whitewater trip. If you were on the trip, right now your pilot would be asking everybody to put on their life jacket. You wouldn't have a choice. Part of the protocol. You would rumble another 18 miles downriver, passing through several class 2, 2.5, with the largest rapid being Argo Rapid, a class 3 rapid. If you get a chance, book the whitewater trip. It's well worth the money with a stop off at the Hellgate River Lodge for brunch on your return trip.